this. This isn't what he's coaching. He's coaching proper head movement. Understand when it comes to pressing, right? We're controlling both parts of the movement. We need to be almost like absorbing the weight and then throwing it away. Absorb the weight and throw it away. What is up? It's your boy Johnny Street Vive, BB Pro, Mr. Tell Like It Is. Welcome back to another episode of Coaching Up. Today we're coaching up Drake. Yes, guys, we're coaching up Drake. We're gonna break down Mike Van Wyck's last video. So guys, I suggest you go over to Mike's page. Go after you're done watching this vid. Check out his videos called Train the GOAT. Basically putting Drake through chest workout. But I already looked through the entire video. There's some cues in there that I know that some people are probably misunderstanding based on how Drake actually responds to a lot of Mike's great cues. So we're gonna break those things down for you guys. You guys can understand a little bit more and give that vid the love it needs, because damn, like it needs way more views. Okay, so it looks like they're doing basically a giant set. If you guys wanna know, Big Mike and Drake are boys, they're friends. That's not like he didn't pay for them to be there or whatever. They're actually buddies. So this is a cool thing to watch Drake come down there and train with them, because you can see how close they are. There's a lot of stuff that Mike says. Scoop your chest, lock your elbows into your lats. He's saying a lot of things that for a long time, even for me, I was like coaching some of my clients and saying like, hey man, engage your lats. And they're like honestly like months and like, what are lats at the end? I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what it is. So we gotta find a way to bridge the gap to make you guys to understand how to actually engage that. Mike coaches a couple things, a lot of like rocking of the chest and the head movement. You guys probably see him doing this kind of stuff. And Drake's really not doing exactly what Mike wants him to do. He's doing it partially. So we're gonna break this stuff down. So we're gonna watch a couple of these cues.
So that head's gonna go back and the body's gonna go back slow. So slowly fall away, go up, lean forward, slowly lean back, slowly bring the hands. There you go. Same speed you fall back, same speed you bring your hands.
So I want you guys to look at Drake's elbow placement right now. Throughout the video, it gets better. You can see Mike's made some adjustments with them. But I want to coach these things up. We're gonna go right into these and understand like what he's trying to break down in terms of like body positioning and body posture. And that's what this entire video is gonna be about, is basically posture. Being in the right posture position to get the muscles to fire off.
Don't get stuck thinking that you need to like explode to the top. Yeah, just rock in a range, right?
So that's another thing we're gonna break down, is like rock in a range. What does he mean by rocking? Everybody has their own language or their own little cues on how to get people to understand certain things. And these are great cues, and I want to like get you guys to understand what he means by rocking and don't fire off and stuff. And these are a lot of football things, so stand by. I'm getting excited. So let's watch.
Explode. So put all that weight down into the bench and shove that hand out. Look here. Look here. Rock that head back and push away. Keep looking here. So watch it come in. Rock back. Tuck in. You're good. Look down. Rock the head back. Look up. Keep looking here. Just falling back. Rock. Jam that weight backwards. Fall back. Drop it. Yep.
A couple things I want you guys to understand is how he's coaching this is very athletic. When he goes through demonstrating himself, he does this a lot, right? And if you look at my body part, you don't need to be in a tank top, show my striated chest to see my chest activated. Just my body posture alone will show you that my chest is activated. There's no way in hell you can't see my chest being activated right now. Right? The whole idea of getting to understand how you should be approaching your bench is by thinking about pushing away. And I've made this cue before, pushing into the floor, right? It's a blocking thing. So any of our football players that are out there who play ball, whatever, you know, proper blocking form is basically when you're sitting here and you block, you're here, 3 points of contact here, and we have our head posture, which is positive here, and then we're pushing back, right? If we're kick stepping, we're pushing back. If we're blocking from here, then we're sitting there and we're pushing back. We're doing this because this is a strong way to move. Doing this, if a big person's coming at me and I'm trying to like, you know, block them and I go like this, it's just crack. So you think about that when you're pushing. Look at the difference of the angles. Me pushing away or me pushing the weight off my chest, right? And those two different things people are misunderstanding. So when he's coaching a lot of the head rocking thing, if you look at body posture when I'm here and then when I'm here, my head is rocking, right? But I'm not doing this. This isn't what he's coaching. He's coaching proper head movement. Just like if you're doing a pull-up, if I do a pull-up, my head has to go from here to up, and to here and up. It's the same thing. He's just trying to coach people and understanding how to be able to open up the rib cage, keep it open, and then fire the chest off. Hey guys, before we keep going, I just want to know how your workout's been. they've been on the dumps, I get the answer for you. I've been using Blue Star Nutraceuticals PPK. Guys, 6,000 milligrams of citrulline malate, 400 milligrams of peak ATP, 300 milligrams of caffeine, and added pink Camellia sea salt and coconut water powder. PPK will give you longer lasting pumps, sustainable energy, and hydration benefits. So guys, use my code Johnny10 for 10% off your next purchase of PPK right now. Okay, back to the show. Okay, so one of the first things I want to go over is like, rocking and then like catching, absorbing and catching. And that's something that we need to understand when it comes to pressing, right? We're controlling both parts of the movement. We need to be almost like absorbing the weight and then throwing it away. Absorb the weight and throw it away. So an easy one to do would be like, take a bar, set it up, high enough. Like if you're more advanced, you can set it up lower. But like to make it easier for those who are beginners, just have it high enough that you can easily do a push-up. Like it should be, this is not hard whatsoever for me, right? What you wanna do is you get yourself like where a chest would be. So think about like having the bar sitting right here on your chest. Like literally lay on it and get in a plank position like this. Then take your hands and put them beside. And Mike does a lot of coaching with a lot of like palm activation, because one thing is this, just like if I'm doing leg extensions and as soon as that pad hits my shin, you should feel your quad. The same thing when it comes to your hands being on the bar or wherever it is, that right away from here, I should feel that connection already in my chest, like I'm pushing from here, right? So just for this sake, again, we're gonna sit ourselves right here on top of the bar, right? We're in a nice position here. We're gonna put our hands like this over top, and then we're gonna do a push-up and push ourselves, think about pushing yourself away or back, just here, right? And then we're gonna go back down again. So there's your push-up, pretty simple. So now I want you to feel that rocking motion of going back, and that's the absorbing of the weight going back. So what we're gonna do is, from here, we're gonna push up, we're gonna rock back down, we're gonna catch and push, right? You should be able to catch and push. And we're trying to absorb that with the chest being able to open up and absorb, and then throwing it away, right? Going back, chest absorb, throw it away. And literally do that. Like, you do that until you get a feeling of what it feels like to absorb that weight, because it's basically the same idea as doing an eccentric load, right? You're catching the weight and then you're throwing it away. Now, another thing too is like, we don't want to always have to do this thing where like, there's no point. Like every time we're pushing, it's this like eccentric load, and then there's this like, and just, we're just trying to like jam the weight away. And the goal is like, I need to get the weight up. And it's like, no, I need to make this part of my arm go to this part of my chest through this motion. And we're just trying to sit on this and absorb the weight when it's here, pushing just light, and push. Right, and you can see how I have you can see how my shoulders are down and away from my ears. If you have a hard time with that, start with yourself here, push yourself back, put your hands here, then push down, push weight on. I want you to try and push this thing like this. If you push like this, right away my lats are activated. Then I just do this and let myself fall down. I catch and I push, throw away, catch and push. You can see naturally how my head literally will look at my chest, and then I'll push and it's still up, right? I'm not doing this. It's not that, it's having proper chest movement, opening the chest up, being able to do this with your sternum, right? Without having to manipulate this and doing all this stuff. Another way you can get into this is also, hey guys. Okay, so another way too is you can do this on your back with a ball. Grab a ball that you can easily handle. Don't grab something that's too heavy, because it's gonna defeat the purpose of doing this whole thing. Grab a weight that you can control. We're gonna sit on our back, we're gonna get our weight here, we're gonna get our elbows, we're gonna get our shoulders back and away from our ears. Anyway, so get your hands underneath the ball, pushing with like almost like your palms. And from here, we're gonna push up and catch and push down, right? And all you're doing is trying to throw it high enough just for you to catch and absorb, right? Try your best to keep it above. Let your hands go exactly where they end up. Your ball should end up here and absorb it back this way. So we're pushing up and controlling it. Push up and controlling. Push up and control. It'll give you a little bit more understanding of catching the weight on the way down, not just letting it drop and throwing it up.
Next time on Coaching Up.
Now we're gonna get into applying this to pec deck flies, dumbbell flies, whatever it is. So when we're doing this, we're feeling this from here.
So slowly push that, there we go, come back here.